Welcome back everybody to the channel. Today we have another new episode of Tier List Tuesdays. Last week I asked you guys what you'd like to see me do for this week's episode of Tier List Tuesdays, and by popular request you guys voted for the Mario and Luigi series. For those of you new to the channel, every week we make a Tier List Tuesday video where you guys vote for a topic and I rank them. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel in order to ensure that you don't miss out on any new episodes of Tier List Tuesdays. And if you're returning to the channel, make sure you drop a like on the video and let me know down in the comment section below what you'd like to see for next week's episode of Tier List Tuesdays. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and put your list of the Mario and Luigi series together for how you would rank them up. I'm actually quite curious to see, because the Mario and Luigi series have a ton of games and there's a lot of different opinions on all of these games. So I'm quite curious to see what your tier list looks like. So make sure you go ahead and comment down below. So anyways, without further delays, let's jump straight into the video. So we're starting off with the first game of the series, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. This game was released back in 2003 on Nintendo Game Boy Advance. It was the first game of the series and by far my favorite. The action-packed RPG was the first game of its kind where players could actually play as Mario and Luigi for the majority of the adventure. The story begins with a mysterious someone visiting Princess Peach of the Mushroom Kingdom, who then sucks up her voice and replaces it with an explosive one. The Mario Bros set off on an adventure to the Bean Kingdom to retrieve the princess's voice. They learn new abilities and obtain a hammer which they use to maneuver around the Bean Kingdom and obtain items as well as fighting enemies. They battle a massive new enemies and a ton of unique bosses in a turn-by-turn based RPG style. They level up as they progress through their adventure and earn points to enhance certain abilities as a reward for all of their efforts. The game is rich in its story, and the exploration of the Bean Kingdom is half the adventure. The game is also packed with references from other Nintendo titles such as Dr. Mario, Luigi's Mansion, and Super Mario 64. Mario and Luigi is easily one of the greatest Game Boy Advance games that ever came out, and if you wish to experience this game, you can actually play it on 3DS with enhanced graphics, or you could play it on Nintendo Wii U if you wish to experience the original classic. This game, in my opinion, deserves nothing less than the S rank. Go ahead and place it right there. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Now, moving on. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time is the next game in line. It was released back in 2005 on Nintendo DS and is considered the direct sequel to Superstar Saga. The game is centered in the Mushroom Kingdom in the past and present as an alien race known as the Shroobs invade the Mushroom Kingdom. The Mario Bros take a trip back into the past thanks to a time machine invented by Professor Egad and team up with their baby counterparts and travel back and forth between the past and present in order to rescue Princess Peach. The game takes advantage of both screens on Nintendo DS to separate the baby bros from the big bros. They managed to give them each their own set of puzzles to solve and incorporate them together in battle. The game also takes advantage of the A, B, X, and Y buttons on the DS, allowing you to control the bros separately. The adventure is crazy, the dialogue is hilarious. Admittedly, the game can be confusing at first with all of the switching between the bros, but nonetheless, the game is extremely creative and fun, earning itself the A rank. Oh yeah, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. First game on the DS, first game in the A rank. Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is the third installment of the Mario & Luigi series, released on Nintendo DS back in 2009, and just like the title suggests, it gives Bowser his time to shine. Bowser eats a tainted mushroom that forces him to inhale Mario, Luigi, Peach, and the Toads into his body. Mario and Luigi now explore the inside of Bowser while Bowser sets off on his own mission to restore balance to the Mushroom Kingdom that was taken over by a familiar enemy, Fawful. Although this is a Mario and Luigi title, the game feels like it belongs more to Bowser as you play with him more than you actually do with the bros. You switch between the bros and Bowser as the story progresses. Mario and Luigi spend a majority of their time exploring the game in 2D inside of Bowser, while Bowser navigates around the Mushroom Kingdom in the traditional top-down style. My favorite addition to the game was the new giant boss battles with Bowser. Bowser grows into titan size and fights enemies equally as huge. This battle style took advantage of both screens on DS as well as the touchscreen controls with the stylus, as Bowser attacks with swipes and taps of the stylus on the touchscreen. The game did such an amazing job tying the adventure of both the bros with Bowser's own solo adventure. the story was incredible, and the gameplay was so satisfying. This game is definitely my second favorite of the bunch, therefore earning it the spot of the S rank. Congratulations, we got 2 Mario and Luigi games that made it here to the S rank. Woohoo! Mario & Luigi Dream Team is the 4th addition to the Mario & Luigi series, released in 2013 on Nintendo 3DS. The game takes place on Pillow Island, where the Bat King Phantasma has turned many of the residents there into stone and kidnaps Peach. Similar to Bowser's Inside Story, the bros spend a lot of their time exploring the mind of Luigi rather than the overworld. The game offers some new elements with the introduction of Luigi Nation, where large numbers of Luigis assist Mario in solving puzzles and performing attacks in the dream world. I thought the game did an amazing job taking advantage of the touchscreen controls as well as the 3DS's 3D function. I honestly found myself enjoying the dream world more than I did the overworld and thought the pacing of the game was a tad slow. Nonetheless, this game is action-packed with content and is definitely challenging. It's an amazing hybrid of RPG and platform gaming. However, it didn't really wow me like the other Mario and Luigi titles did, therefore earning itself the B rank spot. Feel free to argue with me down in the comment section below. I'd love to know your opinions, you know, because I heard a lot of mixed things about Dream Team, but like I said, you know, it was just one of those titles that was good, nothing to really complain about, where it's like a bad game, but at the same time, you know, it wasn't like the other ones. And hey, I actually played this game twice on my channel, so people can't really diss on me for giving it the B rank spot. I played it twice on my channel for you guys. Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, the final installment of the Mario & Luigi series, released on 3DS back in 2016 or 2017 depending on where you live. The game takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom where 2 worlds collide. The Paper Mario universe crosses into the Mario & Luigi universe when Luigi stumbles upon a book releasing characters from the Paper Mario world. The paper characters team up with the 3D characters to stop Bowser and Paper Bowser from taking over the Mushroom Kingdom. The bros take on battles with Paper Mario as the 3rd wheel and introduces new battle attacks. The game also introduces a new battle style known as Papercraft battles, which I really enjoyed. The battle system of the game is excellent, but the story really wasn't all that interesting to me. The game is also filled with a lot of toad hunts, which I personally thought interrupted the flow of the game. I believe the game could have been better had they spent more time working on it. So therefore, Mario & Luigi Paper Jam unfortunately earned the spot of the C rank. They were sitting on gold here with this one, trust me. Like the 2 Mario RPG universes colliding into one. You know, like I said, it's just like the way they did it with Mario and Luigi Partners in Time and Bowser's Inside Story is they waited 5 years, and that's why they were able to give us such a good game afterwards. But then between Dream Team and Paper Jam, it was only 3 years. They were probably trying to save themselves from bankruptcy, that they were like, we need to put out another title. And then they released this title and it only hurt them more financially. So that's why I personally believe they came out with the next 2 remakes, which we're going to get into right now. Alpha Dream remakes the 2 greatest Mario & Luigi titles, but on Nintendo 3DS. Back in 2017, Alpha Dream released Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions for Nintendo 3DS, which I was really shocked and happy to see. The graphics were updated to look as gorgeous as the Dream Team graphics. The game also introduced an additional game mode known as Bowser's Minions. Bowser's Minions is an untold story of what Bowser and his minions went through during the adventure of Mario and Luigi in the Bean Kingdom. Although the game lacked the ability to be played in 3D, the newly updated graphics makes the game worthy of being experienced on Nintendo 3DS. I wasn't really too fond of the Bowser's Minions gameplay, however, the story was awesome to experience and it was a nice addition to an already amazing game. Therefore, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions on 3DS deserves the A rank spot. Finally, the last of the series, Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey, released on Nintendo 3DS back in 2018 or 2019 depending on where you lived. Just like its predecessor, this game gets a revamp in its graphics. The game is especially gorgeous during the giant Bowser boss battles as well as inside the belly of the beast. Just like the remake of Superstar Saga, the game only plays in 2D. However, since Bowser's Inside Story is more action-packed, seeing the updated graphics on this game is truly a treat for the players. With the addition of Bowser Jr.'s Journey, it adds a third perspective to the game, as Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings set off to save Bowser. I'm not gonna lie, the gameplay for that mode is kind of bland. However, the story to me was incredible, as Bowser Jr. led the army of Bowser and the Koopalings in an unforgettable, charming adventure. Were these remakes really necessary? Not really. But nonetheless, we have them both and we can experience the two greatest Mario and Luigi games on 3DS with the most updated Mario and Luigi graphics there are. I truly love this remake more than I did the original game, as well as the remake of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Therefore, Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey earns the S rank spot. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my Mario and Luigi tier list. So let me know what yours is, like I said, down in the comment section below. It honestly makes me sad looking at this, knowing that there most likely won't be another Mario and Luigi game again. Alpha Dream was such an amazing company for putting together these games. They were able to bring us a new way to experience 3D Mario gaming with Mario and Luigi. And it's really sad that Nintendo couldn't even come through and save these guys. I would love to see a Mario and Luigi game on Nintendo Switch. I know that's probably not gonna happen, but it would be awesome if Nintendo collaborated with Alpha Dream at some point in the future and just made one of these games on Nintendo Switch to kind of help revive them again, because these games are some of the best Nintendo games that have ever come out, period. The stories for all of these games honestly are incredible, and every story is so unique to itself, and they always continue to add and add and add new things to every single one of these games that it makes it worth checking out all of these games, to be honest. So it does kind of suck as well that Partners in Time didn't get that, you know, remake like Bowser's Inside Story did and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga did. However, I really do believe that they just took the best two games and then they decided to remake them because they probably realized they were on the verge of bankruptcy. They were about to die as a company, so they probably just invested everything they had into their golden days, which were Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story. Partners in Time obviously wasn't as good as Bowser's Inside Story, I believe, even in terms of sales. So therefore, you know what, let me verify that. I need to verify this fact real quick. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga sold 2.15 million copies. Partners in Time sold 1.7 million copies. Bowser's Inside Story sold 4.5 million copies. Dream Team sold 2.6 million copies, which is actually the second highest selling Mario and Luigi game. However, I felt like a lot of people, it was kind of a miss for them. It wasn't as comparable to Bowser's Inside Story, Partners in Time, or Superstar Saga. Plus the game was kind of long for some people and a little bit more challenging than the other three, so therefore people probably weren't anticipating to buy the next one. Paper Jam only a humble 1.6 million. Bowser's Inside Story or Superstar Saga the remake, 500,000 sales. And wow, Bowser's Inside Story the remake, I mean, that's actually quite sad. It barely sold anything. 30,000. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but like that would be real depressing if that's the case. But regardless, it makes sense why Alpha Dream obviously had to, you know, put the code up. They were just pretty much done, and they didn't. Their best game was remade and it barely sold. It was the worst selling game that they had. So if these facts are correct, it's actually quite sad to see. But nonetheless, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you'd like to see next week for Tier List Tuesday. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Every time. Why? Clock.